Hi Sai, how are you? Hi Sai, are you there? Like, can you hear me? Hi Sai, can you hear me now? Hello? Hello? Can you hear me now, Sai?
Hello.
Yeah, hi. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Sorry it was so early in the morning.
Oh, it's fine. It's perfectly fine.
Yeah. So where do you live?
Sorry?
Where do you live? I mean like your time zone and all.
I'm in the Eastern Zone itself.
Oh, okay, okay. So
Yeah.
is this time okay for you then?
Yeah. This is
Oh,
fine.
yeah. So let's give like 2-3 minutes and see if any other join or else
Okay.
I mean today it will be like just basic introduction. So
Okay. Yeah.
yeah, okay. Yeah, so Sai, let's begin. I mean, since most of them didn't join, like I'll just give basic introduction today. So,
Okay.
why don't you tell me about like yourself, like what you have done, what's your background and all, like in master.
So basically, I'm from India. I've done my pharma bachelor's degree in India.
Mm-hmm.
So after coming here, I've done my master's in regulatory affairs.
Oh, okay,
Yeah. So I have a couple of years experience in India that's not related to regulatory affairs, but related to medical field.
okay,
So after masters, I took a break for 3 years, and now I'm looking for opportunities in the same.
yeah, okay, yeah. So that's great, like regulatory affairs background. So, what do they teach you in masters? Like, because my background is not regulatory.
It's Code of Federal Regulations, FDA,
Okay,
uh,
okay.
yeah, modules.
Uh, So I mean, generally, like mine is actually mechanical background, but somehow I landed up in a RA specialist
Yeah.
job. Yeah,
Wow, that's great.
yeah. So, but I mean, we generally don't use like, I mean, we already have those regulations on paper, so like we generally don't use them in day-to-day activities.
Okay.
Uh, yeah, what I have seen is like it's completely different. Even when I started my job, like I was like, I don't know anything about the regulations and all.
Mm-hmm.
But once I started working, like actually it's nothing related to regulations. I mean, it's already there, it's on the paper, so it's
Okay.
yeah, it's
So it's
something more.
nothing related to theory and all.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what they have taught you, but actually, I am not going to train you, but I'll just show you like what I have worked on till now and like what my teammates are working on. So it's
Okay.
just like showcasing you my experience because I
Okay.
mean, I can't completely cover about RA, but still, like when you enter a job, like at
Mm-hmm.
least you will feel confident and you'll have an idea like what they're talking and also. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, let me share my screen.
If you don't mind me asking, like, how did you begin, like, in regulatory affairs career? Like, is it through some sort of training like this?
Oh no, actually, I mean, it's something like this MDR teams like when I got graduates, they just started this MDR work. So they need someone to review the documents, quality, manufacturing, and all those documents. So since my background is mechanical and industrial, I landed in this role.
Okay. And what's MDR?
Yeah, I'll go through those. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so these are I mean, this is just the overview, like what we'll be discussing in these 5 days.
Okay.
Uh, yeah, so since nobody joined today, I mean, I won't be touching any of those. I'll just give you a brief, like line up everything, like what we'll be discussing. So first, I mean, do you have any idea about medical devices and their classifications?
Yeah, I have a basic idea, like class one,
Yeah.
class two, and class three devices.
Yeah. So I mean, actually, I'll be talking mostly about like uh, medical device manufacturing companies, not pharma or anything else, because that's where mostly the jobs are, and also that's where I have worked. And I mean, even these people, like when they place you, they try to place you in a medical device manufacturing company. So
Okay.
like yeah, a lot of my concentration is on medical device manufacturing companies.
Okay.
So as you know, like medical devices are class one, class two, and class three.
Mm-hmm.
And again, there are sub-classifications, class 2A, 2B. And then actually, I'll just give you some data like how we classify them.
Okay.
I mean, so if it's an implant, like I mean, if the medical device goes inside your body, and if it's of more risk, then it will be of higher class. For example, this X-ray templates and the screws and the instruments we use in surgeries and all, like they don't touch your body, so they go to class one, like they have low risk. and also the devices like pacemakers and all, like they go inside your body, and these implants for joints, so they are of higher class. So that's how we classify them. So like each classification has a specific rule,
Mm-hmm.
and so we go through that rule and we see like where this medical device falls, and according to that we classify them.
Okay.
And in 2019, actually 2018, yeah, there is this new regulation called MDR. So in Europe, like they used to follow MDD, it's Medical Device Directive, but
Okay.
then it has been changed to MDR, Medical Device Regulations. So
Okay.
right now, I think most of your jobs, like the jobs you go into, will be on EU MDR. So right now, it's the biggest project going on in the medical device industry, and it's mostly related to regulatory affairs. I mean, also regulatory affairs. Yeah,
Okay.
so yeah, this is like they have changed the classifications. Like I told you, like MDD has 15 rules, and now they had made 21 rules for MDR.
Okay.
So this made some devices to fall into another classes. So in class one, they have brought up class 1R, like for reusable, for measurable, it's class 1M. For sterile devices, class 1S. So, and also, in order to comply with the MDR regulations, all the documents, all the labels, everything should be changed to MDR compliance.
Okay.
So, yeah, it's a process. Like, I mean, people will be busy on it right now. So, and this project is still 2024, and they might even extend to 25. So, I think
Okay.
most of you will be, yeah, placed into an MDR project. And
Okay.
also, I'll also let you know how an MDR classification is done,
Mm-hmm.
because this might be like knowledgeable for you even if you land in that role. Like if anyone asks, you can tell them, like at least you can talk regarding that. But mostly, the classification might have been done previously, because the project has started like 2 3 years ago. So the classification might have been done, but still, I mean, to give you a basic idea, I'll provide you with some notes, like how is it classified and what is what.
Okay. And what's this U in UMDR?
European Union.
Okay. It's EMDR.
It's EU MDR. It's
Oh,
for
okay.
Europe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ah, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and also not only for EUMDR, but in generally, like a regulatory affairs person works on tech files. So that's the common thing everybody works on. So, I mean, even if you work on other teams, like other projects, the common thing we do is a tech file. So a tech file is nothing but like it's like a collection of all the documents for a product. So, for example, like there will be a product family. So, I mean, we can't create a separate file for each and every product, right? I mean, for each and every screw they prepare, they can't create a file or a
Mm-hmm.
folder, and each and every wrench. I mean, for each and template. So, like they categorize them into product family. For example, certain types of screws will be a product family, certain type of implants will be a product family.
Okay.
So the products used for some process, like for endoscopy, like the products they use, they fall under one family. So
Okay.
what this tech file does is like each family has at least like 15 to 100 products in it. So what we do is like we collect all the documents regarding each and every product, and then we store them as a text file.
Okay.
So this is the body of the text file. I'll again like go through each and everything, but still to give you a basic idea. So we have all the documents. I mean, obviously, if a product needs to be launched, I mean, not only medical device, but any product used, it should undergo some testing, right? And
Mm-hmm.
also, since it's a medical device, like it needs to go more and more testing. So it has its risk documents, I mean the manufacturing procedures, the drawings, and see these biological tests. I mean, so they see like if this medical device is of any animal origin, or
Mm-hmm.
did they use any human tissues to do this. and like every medical device should be sterilized. At least most of them should be sterilized. So those documents, and then also these labels and IFUs. Actually, these are very important even in RA perspective. I mean, everything should have a label, not only a medical device, but we see generally whatever we buy has a label, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, medical devices also has a label and they need to follow certain standards. So certain symbols should be there on the label and certain translations should be there on the label and certification I mean since you are from India, like we have this ISI mark everywhere. We see that as a standard. So here medical device labels need CE mark in order to be marketed in Europe.
Mm-hmm.
And also they need to have notified body numbers. So yeah, I mean there will be certain symbols and all required on the labels depending on the product. So we as a RA person, like we play some role in labels. I mean, it depends from like company to company. Some people have separate labeling team, but if your team is small, I mean, you might also have to involve in labels.
Mm-hmm.
I'll show you how that works. And then IFUs, like, have you worked on IFUs before? Like, have you seen an IFU?
No.
So it's instructions for you. It's just an instruction manual, but it's
Okay.
to the doctor, not for the patient. Like, I mean, it's for the person who uses the product. So like every other product, even like a phone, like even this medical device comes up with an instruction manual to the user. It's a
Okay.
user manual. So
Okay.
here it's translated in lots of languages as well, because since our medical devices, like they go through all over the world, so they're translated into a lot of languages. Same like the manual for a phone, it has like warnings, precautions,
Mm-hmm.
how to use, and also the temperature and storage conditions, like everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and this declaration of conformity, it's nothing but it's like a certificate. I mean, it's like a statement saying like these are the product codes in this product family. Like, I mean, uh, for to start it actually, since there are a lot of products, we can't name each and every product, right? I mean, the name might be very huge, so we can't name each and every product every time, right?
Yeah.
So for each product has its own code. I
Okay.
mean, in some companies they call it SKU. In some companies they call it product codes. But the thing is same. Like it is representing a product. So for example, like the names will be like anvil screwdriver 35 into 10 mm. I mean, like the names will be like that. So you can't name it every time.
Okay.
So instead of that, its product code might be AC35 or something like that, so
Okay.
that it would be very easy. So in declaration of conformity, like we include all the product codes and like some other details related to the product codes.
Okay.
Yeah, and then this technical documentation, it's like the summary for the technical file. So in this technical documentation, it has like what files are in what section and all.
Okay.
And then in this GSPR, I mean, it's even deeper than this technical documentation. It also has like what standard operating procedures we use to create this document, and what SOPs, like so for each and every medical device action there is a procedure, and it's already like worked on like many years ago. So it's called standard operating procedure, it's called SOP.
Mm-hmm.
So in order to like work on something, you need to first go through the SOP. So it has all the procedure. Like seriously, you don't need to think anything out of the box. That too
Okay.
in regulatory affairs. Yeah, like you have everything in that procedure. So you just go through the procedure, and then I mean you will get an idea. Okay, this is how it should be done.
Okay.
So yeah, in this GSPR, you will also include like what you have referred to work on this.
Okay.
So I mean, but the most important thing here is like, since this EU MDR thing is going on, the tech files all must be MDR compliant. So this is the obvious thing you will be doing if you are into an MDR team. You will be creating tech files. Like it's easy. You have nothing to do with any of the documentations. The only things you create are DOC, GSPR, and technical documentation. And that too, it's very easy. Like you just collect these documents from other teams.
Mm-hmm.
Since I mean, obviously we have nothing to do with drawings or biological, nothing, right? So
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, there will be a point of contact. In some companies, they call it development team.
Mm-hmm.
So you will be constantly in contact with many of those people, and then you will be asking them whatever you want, and they will be providing it. So you don't need to like create anything outside the box.
Okay.
Yeah, actually, RA job is very easy. Like you just follow the SOP, and you need to work just like that. I mean, you don't need to think out of the box, or you
Okay.
don't need to create anything new, because like someone might have already done.
Mm-hmm.
For example, like even in your company, if they ask directly to work on something and you don't know what it is, like you don't need to panic, because there will be an SOP for it. Or you
Mm-hmm.
can like freely ask them, could you provide a previous document somebody has worked on, and they will give you a number. You can search it in database. So I
Okay.
mean, it's easy, yeah. And then 510Ks, you might have heard about 510Ks.
Mm,
Uh, yeah, it's
pre-market notification something.
yeah. So it's just like tech files, nothing different. It's just same, but it has two or three more letters. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah, and also even the EU notification. So for even EU submission should be done. If it's a class 3 device and if it has any impact, like we need to do EU submission as well. And it's also similar to these tech files and 510K. So it's pretty easy. Like uh, I mean, I'll clearly and thoroughly explain you for tech file. I will also show you these documents, each and every document, how it looks,
Okay.
and what we generally review.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, don't worry. I'll show you each and every section in this tech file, like
Okay.
the actual documents we work on.
Okay.
So it would be even easier for you.
Okay.
And this is actually, I mean, if you work with the life cycle management team, actually your job will be more exciting as a RA person.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, like every phone has its update and every car has its facelift. So in the same way, like medical devices need to be updated all the time. Like I mean, everything gets updated, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so some of the updates, like because maybe because like something new has been like something new way has been discovered, or some might be because of technical issues. So there will be always changes and updates to the product.
Okay.
So as an RA person, like what we do is like first we get this from the quality team. I mean, there will be so for this change there will be a change lead. Generally, it will be a quality or manufacturing engineer. So the change lead approaches you with the change, and he gives you all the details. Like they provide you with all the documents, whatever you need. They'll help you understand what the change is. For example, the changes are like maybe for a medical device, the color might be changed, or maybe the logo on the device they might be changing. And for some, the software is changed. For some, the USB drive they use is changed. Like, I mean, everything is a change here. Even if you want to like print with a slightly different color, it will be a change. So so like electrical components changes. So I mean, for all the changes, like you will be approached by that specific change lead for that change, and
Okay.
he or she will explain you like very thoroughly what it is. So I mean, I mean, that's their job to explain you and help you understand what it is. And then what you do is like you create two determinations. One is for US and another is for Europe and global. So I mean, you don't need to create anything. It's already there. It's like yes or no questions.
Okay.
So you just check them. If it's I mean, if, for example, like the question will be, is there any software change? Yes or no. I mean, if it is yes, then you just like check yes, and
Okay.
then there will be another subcategory in it. So that's how you just like see what the change finally takes you to. Like I'll show these as well. Like these are very easy.
Mhm.
So sometimes, so in US determination, if you feel like if while answering the questionnaires, so you will get your results in the end. So in the
Okay.
end, if it says like there is an impact, like this change makes an impact to US registration, then you
Okay.
need to file 510 case. That's where
Okay.
510 case come in for a change. And same way, like if you feel in the global determination, if you feel like there will be impact on the countries, you need to send the countries, like, so you will be creating a strategy. I mean, I'm just using technical words, but it's nothing but like there will be a database and you will be explaining the countries, all the countries, hey, so this is changing, this is the
Mhm.
product code involved with this change, do you need anything?
Okay.
And yeah, they'll tell you like what they want, and you just ask the change lead. I mean, you are just like a bridge between the countries and the change lead. You have nothing to do extraordinary.
Mhm.
You just tell them this is the change instead of the change lead, and they will tell you this is what we want. And then you again forward the request to the change lead, and he give you the documents they asked for.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, nothing more complicated, but again, I will show you each and every document for these as well. Mm,
Okay.
so yeah, that's it. And also I'll be concentrating on like how the interviews will be. Like even when you are facing an interview, like I'll be telling you like what questions you can expect and how to answer them. And also I'll also help you with your first 1 or 2 weeks at job. I mean, like I'll tell you like how to handle some. I mean, some people will be constantly bugging you, hey, can you do this, can you do that, have you done this, have you done that? So I mean, in these 5 days I'll show you the documents you actually work on, so like
Okay.
it will be very helpful.
Okay.
So yeah, I see Session has joined. Hi Session.
Yeah, hi, Abhi.
Yeah, so I'm sorry, like we have started without you, but
Yeah, I got it. I got it.
yeah, okay. So from tomorrow, like I'll be showing you all the documents we work on generally as a regulatory affairs specialist.
Mm.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
Will you please share the slides of today?
yeah, sure, sure.
And can we have this recording as well?
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So Session, what's your background? Like, I mean, in what did you do your masters in?
So I have done my PharmD in India, and here I completed my master's in health informatics.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, as I told you, I mean, I already told Sai as well, like the regulatory affairs is very easy. I mean,
Mm,
you can quite easily manage it. So from
mm,
tomorrow, I'll just show you guys like what we generally go through as a RA specialist, like the documents you work on
mhm.
and the files you create. Yeah. So that's it for today. Like, do you have any questions for me?
So, no, okay, that's it.
Nothing.
Okay. All right. Then see you tomorrow. Have a great day.
You
I'll
too.
send
Thank
you.
You too.
you.
Yeah. Thanks.